Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you my LEGO Spider-Man 2 MOC. Now this MOC I made back in August, so this MOC has been kind of sitting around for a little while. And I actually made this before I even got a PS5, so I had no idea I was even going to be able to play Spider-Man 2. So I just kind of made it because, I like Spider-Man, and I thought, this video will come out the day right after Spider-Man 2 comes out, so, perfect timing. So I decided to make this. I'm really happy with the MOC. It's quite simple, but this has some things that I really like and I think make it look really cool. And so with that, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into the video. Now the first thing I want to talk about is the base, because I'm really happy with how it turned out. Now this is kind of meant to be like that thing we got from the gameplay showcase in May of this year with the lizard in the harbor and everything. So I added some water using some dark blue plates and as well as some blue studs. I think it just looks really good. I just think it looks good. And for the actual wall, I used a bunch of texture and masonry bricks. I just think it looked really, and it looks really good. I'm really happy with the detail I was able to put into it. I added these kind of groove plate pieces that kind of stick out a bit, just add a little bit of an overhang, and I think that looks really good as well. I just think it looks good. I'm really happy with it. The sides are very basic. There isn't really anything on the side or the back. It's just very flat and plain. But for this front section here, I'm very happy with how it turned out, and I just think it looks really good. Okay, so this first area, you have Symbiote Peter, which I just think I did a really good job. I think it looks really good. You see he has this guy, he's kind of using his symbiote tendrils to kind of force, or not, push this guy. And I just think it looks really good. I think it just is a really cool effect. I used kind of a bunch of, cylinder bricks, pole pieces, studs with holes in them, and I also used a Lego string piece with the studs at the ends to kind of wrap around it, kind of create that tendril-y look. And I think that ended up making it look really good. I'm really happy with how that turned out. This guy, he is wearing a bracket piece in dark gray. You can kind of see it, but he's using a bracket piece in dark gray to kind of make it so the tendril can attach to him. And Peter over here. Peter, this is actually using a Venom minifigure, but all I did was kind of erase the mouth using an eraser. I just did that, and so it looks like Symbiote Peter because there is, the symbiote, Spider-Man figure. I think they made a Comic-Con one, but it's like thousands of dollars, so I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars on a minifigure. So I just did this. I think it still looks really good just using this, and it's a really cool and cheap way to get a Symbiote Spider-Man. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out with the symbiote tendrils and everything. So let me just get rid of this here, and you kind of see how it looks and more in close up. So you kind of see it's using this just clip piece with the studs. That's how he's holding onto it, Spider-Man. And then this, you can see, I kind of detached it there, but let me detach it really quick. But you can see the guy just has a bracket piece, and this end of the tendril just sticks onto him. And it's a cool way of doing that. And now let's move Peter and them out of the way so we can get a closer look at Miles. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. You have this just random crook here. These are just random crooks. These aren't Craven's men or anything. But you do have Miles leaping up. I did use some transparent pieces to make it look like he's jumping at him. And I am using kind of a blue energy piece to represent his blue electricity that he has. And I think it looks really cool. You just kind of have that really cool shot, an angle of him just leaping at the sky with his new electricity powers. I just think it looks really cool. He's standing on a scaffolding. The scaffolding is kind of like those things you can kind of web and then pull down and have it fall on enemies. I made this design is mainly inspired by the Spider-Man No Way Home design, but I think it looks nice. You do have a box or crate over there, as well as a toolbox, kind of shown as kind of a construction type site. But yeah, and also the Miles figure is from that one car set with Morbius. I actually had to buy that minifigure because I didn't have a Miles figure, so I had to buy that. So good investment in my opinion, because it looks really cool. And you can't really have a Spider-Man 2 MOC without Miles and Peter, so I think that turned out really well. And so with this kind of general era being done, let's kind of look at this area really quick. Before I kind of go in more detail over there, I do want to point out the floor. I'm really happy with it. It's a mix of tiles and plates. I think that just looks really nice. It adds kind of a a really nice texture. I just think it looks really, really good. I'm really happy with how that turned out. But now let's look over to this area where you can see the lizard's hand. Anyways, this place right here is supposed to just be the lizard's hand kind of coming out through a crack on the floor. Again, I'm really happy with actually how the crack turned out using these kind of angled tiles and plates. I just think it looks really, really nice. You kind of have this kind of rock debris, something like that coming out, just destroyed by the lizard. The hand looks all right. It does kind of look a bit odd. If I were to take it out, you would kind of see a bunch of weird stuff down there. But you know, I am happy with how it turned out though. I originally it was supposed to be like the lizard's tail coming out or his head, but I just didn't really look right, so I decided to use this hand because it was kind of the best. It just kind of looked the best. It still doesn't really look too amazing, but I just, you know, it's a nice little thing. You have the lizard, you know, he is a fairly important guy in the game, or at least, you know, I'm pretty sure he is. But yeah, I think it looks really good. It's just a nice little detail. You don't really notice it because, you know, you would have Peter here and then you have Miles up there, so you're kind of distracted by everything else. But if you really look, you can kind of see his claw sticking out, and I just think it looks really, really nice. I'm really happy with how it turned out. We can really quick look at the back of the MOC. Again, very flat, very plain. You get to kind of see him in a different angle of the claw, or the scaffolding and everything. And I guess I can really quick kind of take the claw out and show you how that looks. It just looks kind of weird. There we go. So it is kind of using some plates and stuff. Let me try and get this all the way out here. Here we go. So it is kind of using a bracket piece and everything. This could kind of be a nightmare to put back in. But yeah, you can see the claws and everything. It doesn't really look that great. Mainly because these are lime green pieces. I don't have any of these in like regular green, so I use lime green, so it looks a bit weird. But for the most part, I think that this looks really, really good. And with that, let's go into the outro now and on my final thoughts. Anyways guys, basically for this video, I had a lot of fun building this MOC. It was just a really fun thing to make. Comment down below if you have any other scenes from the game, or I guess just let me know if you want more Spider-Man 2 MOCs, because I don't want anyone to spoil the game for anyone. If I haven't played the game, at this point in time, I haven't played the game yet. In fact, it's actually September when I'm recording this video. But yeah, probably when I play through the game, maybe see something interesting. I might make more MOCs off Spider-Man 2. We'll see. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Hope you have a great day today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.